Pass catch good for 8 yards. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. They can't corral him. And he'll get it here
like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
So he got free at 1. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Ito Smith, his first carry. They'll get this halfway home. On 3rd and goal, Ryan. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No.
Extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone.
Right, making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out.
Attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It's a party now.
From the 27, Wilson. Open man is Jacob Holland. On first down, it's Carson, and they're going to stop him right at the... They run the counter. Carson sheds another, and he'll be taken...
Every time he touches the rock.
Here's Wilson. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. Nation look pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And just no chance. Now Wilson. His throw incomplete. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got one.
Guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big time confidence that he would.
Wilson turns and gives to Procise. And he'll take this one. Reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Toward the end zone, but that...
If you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
4th down. Here's Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
We got 6 all day.
So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken.
Start the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Good. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Back to the air. Wilson after the pick 6. He'll find Metcalf. Wilson. And this is going to wind up.
And take a big shot downfield. That's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
19. Check. 59.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Able to get this.
We just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Let's go double count right here. Double count. 59. Mike's 50. We ain't giving up nothing today. Check 59.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Dancing to his left. Open man is Metcalf.
Check.
Wilson will throw again. And he knocks the ball away. And
You got tape. Over. Check out. Hot. Friday.
now Wilson going to throw again. Forced out to his left. And that's in. To throw again is Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And it.
One left. 59 mark. Check. 59. One left. Mike's 59. Here we go.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He'll find Ballore out of the backfield. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0 as we'll head down. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back.
Clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it.
Getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been nowhere to it.
You turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the...
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. He may try and run for this. A surprising move to go for it, predictably. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he's got this down almost to...
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Watch 54. Get ready.
And he's got some space here. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Was looking for Ridley again. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast, game the second half, no matter what, with his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
That's a costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That
2nd and 10.
Hey, 0, 0, 0. 45, 45, 14. Hey, easy.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And
in order to get back into this game.
good thing they do have a little bit of time. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. This is away and a very good kick.
The play calling, I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now,
Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 54 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
and when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone, and the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make it.
8 at the 27-yard line. They run again with Carson. And they're going to get him behind the line.
Defense, let's go. Wide.
On third down, it's Carson. And he will have first down yardage. On first down, Wilson sliding out of the pocket. This complete to Lockett. And they'll get this well past.
Down with a nice throw.
Gotta step it up. Check. Crunch. Zebra. Hey.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. And that's going to be in.
And a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And that's going to be incomplete.
Center zone, eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On third down, Carson. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Back now in Atlanta. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson rolling to his right. He'll take a shot for the end zone, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Well, that's the 4th time that they've tried to go for it on fourth down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on fourth down, you think that you've got the right play dialed up. You can't be stopped. Your momentum's going to keep going. But 1 for 4, that tells you that you need to look at things in a different way, and you need to tip your cap to the defense. They've done a great job.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Falcons. Ito Smith. 35 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Grady Jarrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
No. Off. Under crunch.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Another incompletion. It's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? You don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Bang out. Kill.
The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Adrian Claymore. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So a risky move that does not pay off. And, Charles, you take it from the defensive perspective. They had to be a little offended there that they even tried to go for it back inside their own 20.
Highly offended. And they took the ball away and gave it to their offense in a great situation. But when you look at this thing in total, when you start taking chances like that, you know what that means? You have to take more chances later, right? When you don't convert, that just means you got to double down on it. So we can see this thing pile up as we go on.
On second and goal, Ryan, and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Wilson going to hand it to Procise. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Tempo.
On 3rd down, Carson, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team. Let's go double count right here. Double count.
On 1st down, Procise. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. In on the stop, DeMonte Casey.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Check 24. Check 24. 14.
On 3rd down, Procise. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th.
Hook.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jack Crawford, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Ryan wants to throw it. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Hey, we got four. We got four down. Check 99. Check 20. Get out.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson.
Here comes the boom. I see it.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.